in Snap and Grab, you'll be able to, and the developers are here to tell you how it's done.
Hi, welcome. Yeah, I was gonna move immediately. They only had some talks here.
Senior level designer and
It
artist
just
at
took me
No
a little
Goblin.
while to move into that.
Senior animator
Oh, yeah.
at No Goblin. And we're excited to share with you No Goblin's new upcoming game, Snap and Grab.
I had to change and shit. Like I had a lot of that shit already prepared,
What does that mean?
but
I'm glad you
it
asked.
still took me some time to do that.
It's the 80s. And you are nestled
The
between
80s.
high fashion glamour and high ticket crime.
As Nick De Nevada, the world's greatest photographer, you'll be tasked with visiting a variety of rich and lavish settings, in which
Okay.
you'll have one question on your mind. What will you be stealing tonight?
Stealing. That's nice. Let's steal part of gold.
In Snap and Grab, you will do cool crimes with only your camera and your crew.
As you visit each venue, you will snap a variety of high-ticket items, and anything that might help or hinder your crew's chances of getting to them.
Then, you're done snapping. You'll use your photos to assemble your own step-by-step plan for your crew to grab your future possession.
Just be
Okay.
sure to consider anyone who might get in your way, including Rio, a detective who's been on Nifty's trail for quite some time now. Who knows when she'll catch up?
As your anonymous deeds make headlines, you'll attract new crew, giving you access to new ways to snap and grab.
Will you be able to plan the next perfect heist?
No.
Or will your heist fail spectacularly?
Looks interesting though. Probably won't
Available early
play
next
it
year
because
on PC, PlayStation
it's
5,
too,
and
what was it,
Xbox
intense?
Series X and S.
Does Untitled Goose Game ring a bell? It was one of the very early Day of the Devs games, so early in fact, that when we asked the dev what the name of the game was, they asked, do they have to have a name? You know the rest of the story. House, based in Melbourne,
I might be a little bit too early on
building
development.
a brand new kind of
be
experience that's unlike
revealed.
anything else you've ever played. But I'm not the right person to describe what it is. Better served that these anthropomorphized ant, duck, wobbly creature things do it for you. Take it away.
Hello. We're houses.
Oh
You might
no.
know us because of our goose game.
Yeah, I know. I
To show
remember
you
this
around
one.
our new game. Ooh. It's a cooperative multiplayer adventure made for friends to play together. It's called
Yep.
Big Walk.
It's a tricky game to describe, but it's mainly about doing two things, talking and walking. So talking. It's a big part of Big Walk, and we've put a lot of work into making a proximity voice chat system that feels natural and playful. You'll sound different if you're speaking up close,
Hello.
or far away,
Hello.
or in a tunnel,
Hello.
or over a walkie-talkie,
Hello. Over.
or behind soundproof glass. In a situation
Oh.
like this,
Yeah, that
if you
might.
can't hear each other, you'll need to find other ways to communicate. So we've given you lots of ways to point and gesture,
Oh, there they are.
and plenty of tools to stay in touch when you're out of earshot. And
God
if you can't
damn
use
it.
voice chat, or you just don't feel like it, we've also
All
made a
done
proximity text chat system, so you can play the entire game that way as well.
Can you
The game is set in a big open
can you just
world
chat like that
with
through
all
the
kinds of
soundproof
stuff.
glass, or does it
To see
block
it
that
all,
as
you'll
well?
need to go for a big
I presume it blocks that as well. Because otherwise, what's the point of the glass?
It's a special feeling. The chat system makes it important to stick together. So navigating the world of Big Walk requires lots of teamwork and talking.
Oh, no, my hand.
As you explore, you can split up and go off on your own adventures, or even loot each other accidentally. When you're apart, you won't be able to talk face to face, and so finding your way back together isn't always straightforward.
Why?
If you get lost in the bush, don't worry. You'll find plenty of ways to stay in touch and find each other again. Hello? If anyone can hear me, please shoot up a flare.
No.
Thank you.
This building behind me has a challenge in it. Completing challenges like these is the way you make progress through the game. They're all about teamwork, and they're all a little bit different. A lot of them are designed so that you
I
feel
don't know if
funny
this actually
and
gets a little
surprising
more
new ways
popular
to
because it
talk.
looks wacky.
You might need to do some miming, or come up with a special
It probably
code,
does. Yeah.
or even sing to each other.
Okay, so you want to find a speaker that's like ooh wah wah ooh wah wah ooh wah wah.
They're not all about talking though. There's a bit of platforming in there, some sports,
Ooh, wah, wah, ooh, wah, wah, ooh, what the fuck
challenges are open-ended,
am I looking at?
with plenty of room for you to do things your own way. Like the rest of the game, challenges in Big Walk are about the joy of muddling through things together.
So that's Big Walk. There's heaps to see and do, but there's also lots of room to just hang out in between. We think there's some real magic that happens when you forget your plans and find yourselves doing something
Well, I
else.
mean, if it's immersive, then
And
yes.
sit and watch the sunset?
Not immersive as in like, you know, the game looks immersive, but we look at these fucking things. I mean, immersive as in like, you know, you're just in the
You
zone.
could steal your friend's binoculars and kick them into the ocean.
Oi.
Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this little tour and got a sense of what we think is so special about
You
this
know, it's a
game.
good game, but you can do
We
it.
made Big
Be a
Walk to be
dick.
a nice way to hang out with your friends in a video game, and we hope you like playing it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
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 This next title is from the art director of Journey and the team at Giant Squid, who brought you beautiful titles like Abzu and The Pathless. You'll see the DNA of all those
Oh, is
games
this the...
as you surf the sand on your sword and bring the sea back to life. This is Sword of the Sea.
yeah.
I'm the creative director at Giant Squid, and I'm very excited to share with you
I mean,
our latest game, Sword of
Seen
the
quite a
Sea.
lot of it.
Sword of the Sea is a atmospheric adventure game where you surf on a sword.
What?
And it is trying to give you the kind of
But is that a sword or is that a
experience you
sheep?
get as a surfer, a snowboarder, a skater. It takes a lot of what I've done in my previous games, going back all the way to
I mean, I guess
Journey,
it doesn't need a handle, but
Pathless, and you're going to see those elements in the game, but it's going to take you somewhere new. Sword of the Sea is all about movement, getting into a flow state, and that's something that as a snowboarder I've experienced myself. I feel like there's this kind of magical experience that you have with these extreme sports. When you're doing it, you actually find this kind of meditative quality. You are moving
yeah.
very quickly, but you get to understand nature in a way that you can't otherwise. You get to see the whole mountain at once, and that lets you kind of connect with the world in a deeper way. And I think that's what we want to do with the game.
Yeah.
I'm really excited because Sword of the Sea has music written by Austin Wintory, a longtime collaborator who I work with on Journey, Abzu, The Pathless, and he's done countless other games scores. It also has movement inspired by the old skating and snowboarding games. So if you played the Tony Hawk games, if you played the old snowboarding games, you're going to love the way that you move in Sword of the Sea.
Okay, is there any other point doing that other than it's just fun?
We can't really guarantee that the game will be a spiritual experience for players, but what we can do is create the environment.
Do something like give you like boost or something. I don't
in
know.
which you might have one. Sword of the Sea is coming out this year, August 19th, on the
Oh, maybe
PlayStation
collect.
5 and PC, so wishlist now. Thank you.
This next world exclusive is a sequel to a game that has over 4 million players and counting. A runaway hit if there ever was one. But to make a
Yep.
sequel, you have to bring something new to the genre.
It's better than a hit, but
Evolved,
okay.
And that's exactly what this developer did.
Oh. No. I was thinking that maybe I knew it, but no. Oh wait, I think I do. Oh yeah, it's these games. I don't remember the name, but yeah, bunch of puzzle rooms. Those are fun. No? Back to school.
Hi, I'm Wyatt with Coin Crew Games, and we're here to announce Escape Academy 2, Back to School, the sequel to Escape Academy. Escape Academy 2 is an open-world escape room game.
Who's
where
an eye
with your
can
escape room
see.
classes, you can explore a living and breathing
Oh,
campus that
okay.
functions as one big escape room. We felt inspired by games like Animal Well and the Legend of Zelda series, and how they leverage free roam puzzle solving, so we're really excited to bring that into the Academy.
Our background as a studio is in building immersive narrative escape rooms. So when we started
I was kind of thinking that they could actually give us a code to the fucking.
how can we push that even further?
What?
We looked at feedback from the first game, and the #1 most requested feature, by a huge margin, was more academy, to really get to be a student at the school. This time around, we're going to let you explore the campus, to go to classes, meet other students, and, most importantly, find lots of rooms to lock yourself up in.
What was once a 2D level select map is now a fully realized explorable space. Whether you're returning to the Academy or stepping in for the first time, you'll find yourself in a world full of unique environments, from dusty puzzle archives to hidden rooms in unsuspecting places. The campus is designed to reward curiosity with secrets tucked into every corner for players to discover. From lighting and atmosphere to environmental storytelling, we've pushed every element to heighten immersion and mystery.
For Escape Academy 2, our approach to narrative is to really lean into the roleplay of embodying a student at the Academy. You can talk to your fellow escapists to unlock quests, discover lore, and naturally get hit with a deluge of groan-worthy puns. Apologies in advance. Over the course of the game, you'll puzzle your way through character-driven quest lines.
Oh
that string
no,
together
the
campus
ass.
challenges and escape rooms, taking you through your second-year curriculum and the game's central mystery. If you want to get a sneak peek at the game and help us unlock its full potential, join our Discord and sign up for a playtest. We'd love to borrow your brain.
Nah, I'm good.
Escape Academy 2 today on Steam, and we'll see you when you get back to school.
Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Lush. All these bands are part of the 80s, 90s vibe that is mixtape, from the prolific creators of The Artful Escape.
A
But
fucking
this is not a
dinosaur in the
music
back.
game or a game about music. It's a game about life and friends and the music that gets us through it.
Oh, hi.
I kind of hope by misheard that.
Beethoven and Dinosaur, here in Melbourne Rock City. This is our secret hideout where we make video games. This is one of our artists, Arden. Fuck off. We're the BAFTA award-winning team behind The Artful Escape. But who cares? What's next? We're making a mixtape.
I think we're in Jeff Keighley's thing. We're in David.
Oh, yeah, mixtape. Yeah, it is.
Mixtape is a coming-of-age action-adventure game about three friends on their last night together, listening to a perfectly curated soundtrack. It's a psychedelic retrospective, a musical journey that documents the breadth of their friendship and their greatest hits.
Yep. Car.
The whole game is a mixtape. The music is a mixtape. There's a mixtape of mechanics, from skateboarding to pulling slushies. A mixtape of eras, a mixtape of art styles and media, designed to take you back to the teenage wasteland.
We gonna get
I don't want to go back.
That's a rookie move.
I already said that in the Summer Game Fest.
What? We
So
all
I'm
go
not gonna
up to
explain it
my
again.
room and immediately bolt? Dad, give away you're grabbing booze.
But is the music any good? Holy flippin' meatballs, let me tell you all about it. Thank you very much. We got Joy Division, Devo, I love Devo, Smashing Pumpkins, Portishead, Roxy Music, Silverchair, Lush, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, Stan Bush, the Jesus and Mary Chain, the unkillable Iggy Pop, and apparently many more.
Oh, I haven't heard of many more. That are part of quite a few, many of those other ones. But yeah. Oh. You have nothing better to do than chase teenagers?
What are we doing? If that looks you in the eye, dude, don't blink.
Play it on Game Pass day one, wishlisted on Steam, play it on a PlayStation or Epic or whatever.
I thought we were riding together.
I didn't want to get all sweaty and shit.
Fair.
What, so you rode a car? I drove a car.
Did you see that Drinkbox Studios just announced their next title, Blighted, moments ago at the Summer Game Fest? Well, now they're here to give you an in-depth look at the game.
Hey, I'm
Is-
the lead designer at Drinkbox Studios.
Oh, yeah, I remember Blighted now.
Art director at Drinkbox. We're excited.
I don't think I want to see that. Oh, no. Yes, I do. I just remembered. Yes, I was kind of thinking what it was. It was this one, yeah. The one which had fucking undead core shit in it, and it's the only one of those that I was interested in.
Full of mysteries and secrets, and one of its coolest features is a dynamic difficulty system that constantly changes the enemies, the player, and the world around you as you play.
People in this world have a sacred ritual. When someone dies, a seed is planted in their brain.
I don't know if I like that, because I want to feel strong if I get that character stronger.
By eating this fruit, one gains knowledge and experience.
If I don't
of
get
their
that,
ancestors.
it's kind of annoying.
That's how it was for generations. That is, until the one they called Sorcisto defiled the ritual. He discovered that by eating brains raw, he gained immense power. Sorcisto ate the fruits, destroyed the trees, and devoured your entire community. And in doing so, he released a reality-altering disease known as blight. As the lone survivor, you have a singular goal. Hunt down Sorcisto to reclaim the memories of your people.
Now, like the rest of the world, you're afflicted with blight. It's constantly overtaking you, making enemies aggressive and unpredictable, and changing your perception of the world. You can find ways to suppress it, or
Well, as long as it doesn't annoy me as a player, so like suddenly you just can't do shit for some reason. As long as it doesn't do that, it's fine.
beasts, devouring their brains and using their memories to fight and explore. With enough blighted memories, you'll start to see new layers of reality, reach hidden locations, and discover new gameplay mechanics.
Blighted marks our studio's first venture into 3D, allowing the art team to bring their designs to a whole new level.
I mean, it looks good.
Gorgeously eerie worlds for you to explore. You'll be making your way through remains of long-dead civilizations and manifested nightmares, through mines carved into the interior of petrified giants and scaffolds to the gods. Drinkbox has a rich history with action games, from Guacamelee to Severed to Nobody Saves the World, and we're excited to craft another one that will put your skills to the test. Blighted will support full co-op like many of our past games, and we're working with composer Jim Guthrie to create a soundtrack you'll never forget.
Yeah, I definitely will try this
We're excited
one.
for you to try the game, and we're aiming to have a playable demo later this year.
If I have a friend who wants to join me, well, they gotta have to do that decision themselves.
This next title is from a bona fide
That was probably my
alumni, Outerloop,
most
whose games Thirsty
excited
Suitors and Falcon Age have
about
both been previously
most
celebrated
excited
in
game.
our showcases. Outerloop prides itself on being a minority-led studio with a mission to create accessible but meaningful games about underrepresented cultures and themes, and this title is a beautiful and vibrant example of just that. This is Dosa Divas.
Yeah. Is that a fucking car? Oh, lunch. I think it's a car. I was thinking it's a car or a lunch machine.
No one cooks anymore.
Food in tubes.
Ah, it's a car.
Yuck.
Yeah.
I'm so hungry.
Oh. It's. Is what the fuck? Oh yeah, police officer. Okay. Fast food. Okay, important. Ooh.
Hi, I'm Eka, Creative Director of Outer Loop Games, and I want to introduce you to our new game, Dos of Divas, a spicy narrative-based RPG. Platform through vibrant villages, battle corporate goons, reconcile with loved ones, and eat one last meal together before saying goodbye. Double jump, drill, and grapple your way through the world to discover local ingredients, hidden paths, memories, and new friends.
Was saying goodbye. Yeah, eventually.
Engage in a flavorful turn-based combat system where every attack packs some heat. Especially when you time it right. Hitting the action button as the hit lands amplifies your attack damage and strengthens your blocks.
It's just those three people, or is there more?
Use boost points.
I assume there would be more, but...
multiply damage on attacks and skills. Match enemy flavor cravings to break down their defenses and leave them stuffed. Cook up made-to-order food to wake up villagers from a processed food-induced haze using the expressive cooking system. Delivering delicious, hearty meals reconnects communities with their culture, history, and shared memories, and increases your reputation. Serve up looks like customizing your spirit Met goddess. Create your own spicy style with custom wraps and accessories. Dos of Divas, our spicy narrative turn-based combat RPG, will be out in early 2026. Thank you.
What the fuck?
Our pals at Heart Machine, creators of Hyperlight Drifter and Hyperlight
It's
Breaker,
funny, yeah, that-
teamed up with our buds at Devolver. They're mixing things up with surreal, interdimensional demon horror. It's a genre, right? Or is it a genre? Should it?
Wait, Demon War?
Here it is.
Oh. Oh. That's lovely. Oh. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Oh! Wait, did it actually happen, or are you just hallucinating? The art style is interesting. Okay, nice. You're running through school. Oh.
Hi, I'm Miriam,
Oh.
producer at Heart Machine,
Okay.
working on Possessors. Possessors is a search
Interesting.
action game set in Senzu, a corporate-run city which has been overrun by demons. What you've just seen is one of 4 animated shorts we made with Powerhouse Animation. They each tell the story of how a character or a creature from Possessors survived the attacks of the demon, or how they perished. In Possessors, you play as Luca, a teenager from Senzu who was injured in the disaster. Luca was forced to make a deal with a demon named Rem for both of them to survive. Rem possessed her, healed her, and made her strong. Now Luca and Rem are stuck together and forced to get along. They'll have to climb Senzu's skyscraper and fight through
Why?
demons to escape.
Demons run amok.
Along the way, Luca and Rem
Why
will
did the
discover
demon
what
make a
Senzu's
deal?
corporate master were hiding, and piece together what happened by sharing their memory of the past. On behalf of
I mean,
the
probably
team,
game
we're all very excited
soldier
for you
to
play Possessors.
himself,
Comes out
but
later this year. In the meantime, you can wish
he
this
knows it
successor
opposes all these other
or
demons.
try
Maybe he
Luca's
doesn't
new
care
demon
about
power
those.
for yourself. A demo of the game will be available later today.
Ooh.
Moonlighter hooked me with its novel shopkeeping gameplay, its clean combat, and its satisfying dungeon-to-market gameplay loop. I could seriously play it all day, and I did. The developers at Spain-based Digital Sun seem to have made some ambitious upgrades to its sequel.
Oh, but this is a demo.
Expansive 3D world, a big change from its previous pixelated
I have
form.
2 demos I gotta
hope you're as
play. Why does
excited
2
as I am
demos?
to take a peek at Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Hi there.
I gotta read
This is
about
from
those later
Moonlighter.
on.
I'm beyond thrilled to share this event with you and show what's in store for Moonlighter 2: The Endless Vault.
Moonlighter 2 The
Moonlighter
Endless
2 The Endless Vault is a sequel to our beloved shopkeeping roguelike. As in the first game, here you venture into ever-changing dungeons to fight enemies and find relics.
Yep.
Then you go to your shop, sell your loot, and turn it into profit to get better gear. This unique blend of gameplay is what made the first game so special, and now we're bringing it to a whole new dimension of quality and ambition. Talking about new dimensions, this entry begins in Tresna, a plot-brimming town. Here, Will finds himself stranded after one of his adventures. He won't be alone, though. Old and new faces will join him along the way. For now, let's jump straight into the portal, where every adventure unfolds, and both battles and looting take place.
Violence and loot.
From the arid lands of Hodu to the grassy landscapes of Aeolia, each biome offers new mechanics, enemies, and rewards. Combat has been vastly improved, with some enemies specialized in ranged weapons, while others focus on close combat. Once you clear a room, several things can happen. You might find a perk, in-run effects that can increase willpower and unlock new abilities.
Yeah, it's a
The
roguelike.
other option might sound familiar to veteran merchants, as you can also stumble upon a chest. Inside, you'll find tons of priceless relics. Depending on where you place them, relics will unleash all kinds of effects. Backpack management will influence the outcome of your expeditions. Unlike in the first game, you'll be able to see the base value of each relic, although backpack effects can double or triple your profit. Let's say that you keep the adventure running. Let's say that you even feel brave enough to face one of Moonlighter's 2 bosses. These battles will put your skills to the test. Take the so-called Herald, for instance. This is one of the first bosses of the game, and shows how the combat has evolved since the first Moonlighter. The Herald will throw projectiles and beams non-stop, forcing you to find cover and dodge hits. He's also protected by a sound barrier that you'll need to deactivate before striking back. Merchants need to be smart.
Not just button smashing, you gotta
It doesn't matter how
think.
far you get. Successful runs leads to the same place, your shop. The shop is where you put a price on your loot and try to get the best deals. There are ways to influence the outcome. For now, all I can say is, haggle hard, sell harder. Well, there's actually something I can already share with you. Just like the perks in the dungeons, you can also unlock special effects each time you open your shop. They can potentially skyrocket your profit, unleashing powerful synergies and selling streaks. You never know what will happen when you open your shop. That's why we call it a shopkeeping roguelike after all.
Yeah.
That's it for now. After nearly 7 years since the original Moonlighter was released, we hope you are as excited as we are. Please stay tuned
look
to our
interesting
socials
enough.
for all things Moonlighter 2 The Endless Vault. See you in Tresna.
Inspired by Pietro Riva's manifesto, Rejector, Thomas feels driven to advance our medium by creating games for new audiences and to hopefully entice those who might not be usually
When I say that this, when I say that this year is more like year for the child drop indie games, yeah, this right here is my evidence towards it.
Welcome to Day of the Devs.
Please touch the heart.
My name is Thomas Waterzooi.
Fuck is that
and
bean
I'm
in
a
the back?
developer from Belgium. I'm the creator of Please Touch the Artwork, a series of casual and accessible games based on real paintings.
I will not touch.
Where I explore what would happen if we did touch the artwork. I usually start by choosing a painter I like, and then think about what gameplay could fit their art style. For my third game, I fell in love with American realist painter Edward Hopper. But this time, you're not gonna be touching artworks. You're just gonna be watching them. At night.
Whoa.
Please watch.
I wonder if there's any artwork that I know of. I don't know a lot of art.
The difference game.
I know some.
You are a night watch at the Museum of Animated Modern Art. In short, Mama. Your job is simple. Watch the paintings and report any anomalies.
Changes.
However, these are not your everyday paintings. They are alive, and there is a mysterious sad clown wandering around, spreading their sadness over all the paintings.
Oh, that's a, yeah, that's
You're
a
gonna need
different.
a good memory, focus, and lots of
mission.
coffee to avoid this from happening.
Oh, it's these type of games. Okay.
No worries. You don't need to know to be able to enjoy the game. But he's most famous for his painting, Nighthawks. He depicted themes like loneliness and urban isolation, So for me, it made sense to create a psychological horror game. I also wanted a mechanic that made people really look at the paintings, hence the spot the difference gameplay.
Oh.
There are no jump scares in
Wait,
this
hold
game,
on.
and no monsters. The only things that
Look
are
at painting in that
are the feelings of paranoia,
picture.
self-doubt,
No, I doubt.
and maybe some nostalgia towards Hopper's America from the early 20th century.
I wouldn't know
You've
because
got
of
some
that.
clowns, but they are kind of
Not the clown.
It's just you, the night, and the paintings. I don't have a release date yet, but you can now wishlist the game on Steam. However, and don't
Bit
tell this
creepy.
to anyone, it's probably gonna be around Halloween this year.
I wonder why.
Thanks to Day of the Devs for giving me this wonderful opportunity, and I really hope you like this bizarre little thing I made. Bye-bye.
I bet you anything he said.
We've had a long-time love affair with this next dev at Tribute Games. It goes all the way back to the very first day of the devs, where we showed Mercenary Kings. It's been amazing to see what they've done since then with games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which is a huge nostalgic bomb, and they're set to deliver again with Marvel Comic Invasion.
Hi, I'm Frédéric Gemus. And I'm Kevin Chiasson. We are part of Tribute Games from Montreal, Canada, and our
This is the one we already
on
saw.
Marvel Cosmic Invasion. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro-inspired beat-em-up set in the Marvel universe. When Annihilus launches an attack across the galaxy, it's up to 15 Marvel superheroes to save the day. So far, we've announced Captain America, Spider-Man, Venom, Wolverine, Storm, Nova, Phyla-Vell, and we've just revealed that Rocket Raccoon and She-Hulk are joining the fight. Each heroes have been designed around their unique strengths and powers. Some of them can take on airborne enemies, while others can deal with damage closer to the ground. We also introduced an exciting mechanic, the Cosmic Swap, a tag team system allowing for instant switching between two heroes, creating powerful combos and unique strategies. For level design, we recreated iconic Marvel settings such as the Mutant Heaven of Genosha.
Yeah, also gives developers more chances to make more complex levels.
Legendary location across the cosmos. We had a lot of fun inserting fan favorite references for you to find out in the background, so keep a lookout. As devoted fans of the Marvel Universe, we saw this project as a huge honor and a great opportunity to celebrate our childhood's fondest memories. Who knew that the countless hours spent at the comic book shop or the arcades would bring us here today? We hope that Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a true letter to all fans who grew up with the Marvel Universe. Marvel Cosmic Invasion is coming to PC and consoles this holiday.
And now for something of a moodier persuasion. A horror fantasy life directed by the pixel artist from Celeste, with haunting and lovely music from Disaster Piece, composer of Hyperlight Drifter, It
Fucking horror.
and to boot, an amazing group of human developers from Vancouver.
Oh god, the graphics changed.
Hi, I'm Isa, programmer and writer of Neverwake.
And I'm Pedro, artist and designer of Neverwake.
You can say by their fashion sense that they know what's horror.
Of our new studio called Blood Inc.
Like, god
You
damn.
play the game as Fiona. After quitting your dead-end job, you try
It's
to
not gonna
start
be
over
just
on a
jump
farm, a
scares.
place where you can escape from all your problems, and finally it starts fresh.
But it gets darker. Fiona will find herself indebted as immortal herald of a dead god. With your sword, you can fight in a fast-paced combat, and you can choose your secondary gear to change how you fight, like a hookshot you just crafted.
But remember, you still need to keep your new life on track. You can do things like shopping at the Cellmart or paying your mortgage using your very own Luna OS computer. You can also befriend or even romance more than 10 characters, each with their own special cutscenes and routines that can interact with each other.
And as you get closer to those characters, you can use those relationships to unlock new compatibilities that change the way you fight.
You can farm, fish, and cook, but Neverway doesn't play like a regular live sim RPG. Time progresses in 3 blocks: morning, afternoon, and evening. And you choose when to advance by doing things like eating, sleeping, or reading a manual. The idea is to let you set your own pace, so you can choose when you want to fight or when you just need a break and see your friends.
You will eventually start searching for the Neverway, a decaying, nightmarish reality that is slowly leaking into yours. There you will learn what's happening to this dark, post-apocalyptic world as you pay out your debt.
If this sounds like your kind of game, you can wishlist Neverway on Steam and stay up to date to our latest announcements. And thank you for watching.
Oh, good.
It's time for a world premiere. This one from a studio based in Johannesburg called Nyamako. Their previous title, the postmodern platformer Semblance, earned them a place on Forbes Africa's 30 Under 30 list back in 2018, along with a host of other accolades. And since then, they've been hard at work on Relooted, a heist game which tackles a political and righteous subject matter. Please take a look.
Please look a take.
We need a ride.
Something incognito.
Like a submarine. No, but also fast. Like a jet/submarine.
Can you be
Oh,
serious?
yeah. That's a good plan, honestly.
Hi, I'm Market, the lead animator at Nyamako.
And I'm Sita, producer at Nyamako.
Relooted is set in the near future, where a
Hello.
treaty has been signed between the West and Africa. The treaty goes that all African artifacts that are on public display must be returned to their country of origin. But museums are using a loophole to avoid repatriation. They begin to only exhibit artifacts in private. Our heist crew is made up of regular people who band together to see these artifacts return to their country of origin, operating from a hideout in Johannesburg, South Africa.
Cuckoo, how do you do the mysterious play, huh?
Are you not tired? Rest. We have work to do tomorrow.
In the real world, a French government report estimated that 90% of sub-Saharan African cultural heritage is in the possession of Western collections. That is millions upon millions of deeply important cultural, spiritual, and personal artifacts, including human remains, that aren't in their rightful place. While the locations in the game are vague and invented, the 70 artifacts in Relooted are very much real. And as of today,
There's even some history to learn.
And private collections. Take, for example, the Ngaji drum, a hugely important spiritual item to the Pokomo people of Kenya. It was believed destroyed in 1910. In reality, it had been sent and kept in storage in a European museum. In 2016, a museum let a Pokomo prince visit the drum in storage. He was the first Kenyan in over 100 years to see the drum. It still remains in storage today. Before each mission in Relooted, players will receive a briefing where they can learn more about these artifacts, where they are from, their significance, and how they came to be removed from the African continent.
He was taken to England following the suicide of his father and the defeat of the Ethiopians by the British at Magdala in 1868.
Relooted is a combination of action and puzzle. Once you pick up a target artifact, the alarm triggers, and you only have a certain time to get out before security arrests you. The puzzle comes in figuring out your plan, and the action comes in executing it. The heists are made up of 3 phases. In phase 1, case the joint, collecting information about where the targets are and what obstacles you'll face.
From here, we can smash the security glass and get you up to the next floor.
In phase 2, you roam the level, carefully avoiding tripping the alarm and preparing your escape route. In phase 3, you execute, flowing through your plan and evading security systems as you carry Africa's heritage home.
What the fuck is that flying up there?
Relooted is coming
What's that? A little bit. That's quite interesting.
Store and Xbox Series X and S. You can wishlist it now.
Depending how difficult the level is, it can be a bit too frustrating.
Well, there's a sequel,
But once you figure
well,
out,
part of the
it's
sequel,
very
is the
satisfying, I
spiritual
presume.
successor. It's the core team from Sony Japan that made the OG games coming back at you with more charming little dudes doing stuff while making music. Here it is.
こんにちは。パタボンの原作者であり、
Oh!
開発をしております。小谷博之という。
Ratatan.
そして私はラタタンのリードプロデューサーを務める坂尻和人と申します。
What is your ratatan?
私は現在サーフィンやランニング、そして大好きなけん玉の練習をしている時以外は常にラタタンがより面白くなるように努力をしているところになります。ラタタンはよりカラフルなデザインと、オンラインマルチプレイモード、ローグライトなど新たなゲームデザインに取り組んで日々開発を行っています。
Online, but what the
そ
fuck?
して皆さんと一緒に育ててきたファンベースはとても素晴らしいものであり、コミュニティに投稿していただける応援のメッセージとか可愛らしいファンアートにはいつも励まされています。プロデューサーとして業界の苦しさを感じております。ですがこのように自分たちの好きなゲームが作れることに日々喜びを感じています。我々インディーチームですのでまだまだ皆さんの支援が必要となります。今日は、新しいトレーラーをお持ちしましたのでぜひご覧いただきたいと思います。それではどうぞ。
What the fuck? It's ever after what? Oh, okay, you finished. Okay. Yeah, I remember the same basic idea, but more modernized, but it sounds like based on the description. Use it. Fucking zing it. Who are you? Oh, yeah. Oh god. Owie, I'm down. Hey.
Day of the Devs そして素晴らしいファンの皆さんに感謝を込めまして乾杯。
This next game, led by the legendary Warren Spector of Epic Mickey and Deus Ex fame, is a totally new take on stealth.
Oh.
This talented team is making something like nothing else. It's an evocative game set in a turn-of-the-century universe, and I cannot wait to play it.
Hi, I'm Warren Spector,
Oh,
Chief Creative
God.
Officer at Other Side Entertainment. At Other Side, we don't play it safe. We take chances.
It is about the.
And we do what's right for gaming.
Oh, I mean, it's about the stuff you have at the back.
And what's right now is thick as thieves. It's a multiplayer stealth action game, unlike any action or stealth game you and your friends have experienced before.
It's a stealth game where you will be visible. Oh, wait.
Been terrific. The team behind the game is so excited by the response that we wanted to show you more. So here's an early pre-alpha sneak peek at Other Side's upcoming player-powered game, Thick as Thieves.
This is a game where you work together as opposed to the other one where like trying to steal something before somebody else.
And whistles of an immersive stealth game, like hiding in shadows, understanding NPC pathing and vision cones, and timing your movements with them, and lockpicking your way through a guarded location.
Okay, what's up with that salt rock at the back? Because I've seen that other stuff somewhere else.
Other players the same game.
The thing is, I could study the AI all day long. I could study the levels all day long. But the other thing is, I don't know what another player is going to do. Are they going to actually pick up
Are they good? Are they bad?
that are just so fun? Something that won't happen in another match.
Or is this the one where you...
I think that's the thing that I'm looking
That was something for somebody under somebody else's nose.
I can feel like a real master of stealth or deceit or cunning.
Oh, it is. I think it is. Yeah.
Smarting NPC AI, which can be satisfying, but it's an actual human being that I'm getting the best of.
So one of our core design pillars in Thick as Thieves is to play with your ears. And to me, that means a lot as audio director because you understand your surroundings at all times. You understand where you are on the map. You can hear where other thieves are. You can hear other threats like guards. You could also be able to tell like, oh, I'm in this quiet environment and then I can hear outside it's very loud. So I'm thinking to myself, wow, okay, if it's raining and there's a thunderstorm, maybe that can mask some of my sounds so I can kind of go in.
Yeah, I saw that. That was interesting, but I wasn't gonna play it.
And a lot of this is not fake. If you hear a train
it's competitive stealing.
there's actually a train passing.
That's the most exciting to me. I
Every
hope I'm good.
thief for themselves, right? You know, thieves going at it 1v1v1. And one thing that I really like to do is kind of stay back in the shadows and watch everyone go at it. People are falling into my traps and then just waiting for the right moment to swoop in.
Yeah.
So every match is always fresh to me. The weather changes, the locations of the clues or the loot, the guard patrols, and of course the players are always on their own separate quests, so really anything can happen. You know, we've been working on this game for a while now, and I'm just totally stoked that other people are excited about it too.
I think they fucking
I
run.
Get this game in front of more players as soon as we can,
That's
and
funny.
I'm hoping that many of you will sign up for a playtest. We'd love to get your feedback on the game,
Oh,
and we'd love
you
to show
little
you what
scum.
we've been putting together over here. So,
bruh,
thank you very much.
This is a new title from a longtime collaborator of ours, both at Double Fine Presents, where we published our game Kids, and here at Day of the Devs, where we've highlighted titles like Time Flies. Here's a first look at their new game, Pocket Boss.
Hi, I'm Mario. I'm roughly half of a small studio called Playables based in Zurich,
Yeah.
Switzerland. I worked on games like Plug and Play and Kids. But now I'm looking forward to show you something brand new, Pocket Boss. Pocket Boss is a short game about the small joys of manipulating data. As a remote worker, you're in touch with your boss through a chat interface and will get all kinds of requests.
Oh yeah.
Be smart, erase competitors with one swipe of a finger, navigate the stock market without crashing, and generally find easy solutions for hard problems. Your boss will verify if everything looks correct, and most importantly, beautiful.
Beautiful.
But as you do all that, the charts start to get a life of their own. They go wild. Will you be able to tame them? Or maybe even find your own satisfaction on your way to success? Pocket Boss is an intimate encounter with data exploring the secret life of charts. The game will come out later this year.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
You can find more information and a link to the Steam page on pocketboss.ch. Thank you.
That's actually simply fun to just fuck around
all
going
about
again.
food and our complicated relationship with what we eat and what we see when looking at the scale.
To be fair, I kind of like the Resident way also.
Frustration and even the strange humor of cooking, eating, working out, and more. And we finally have a release date.
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Hi, I'm AP.
We're the co-directors of Consume Me.
Consume Me won the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at the 2025 Independent Games Festival.
More importantly, it's about to get its release date announced at Day of the Devs.
Right.
After we talk specifically about how cool it is.
Did you feel like a complete jerk and or a loser in high school? Well, I did.
And I did not stop her from spending several years of her adult life letting me make a hardcore role-playing game about it with her.
I was not my high school valedictorian. were a toilet emoji. Furthermore, 0 European museums had ever yet featured an exhibit of my art. So the only thing I could think of to want to do was get hot. That's where you come in. Are you tough enough to help cartoon me get hot?
Each story chapter in Consume Me sees Jenny with new goals and not enough time to comfortably accomplish them.
You, the player, must manage her schedule by making meticulous decisions about how to spend her free time.
Every activity costs or boosts different resources. These activities often involve mechanically hilarious minigames.
In Consume Me, putting food on your lunch plate is a puzzle game.
You can buy a sponge at the corner store to make the hitbox bigger in the bathroom cleaning minigame, and you can also wear a special outfit that results in your mom giving you more money if you
hell
clean
yeah.
the bathroom.
Yoga might kill you.
Encounter cash on the street while walking your dog.
This part is based on real life, by the way. One out of every 16 times I walked my dogs over the past 4 years, I've encountered a crisp 20 on the ground.
Can you win the heart of the boy of your dreams?
Some mini games that look pretty cool, yeah.
Can you chart a course toward a sustainable future? Can you fit just one more to-do goal on your plate? Or is it already full to bursting?
More importantly, does any of this matter, either in the game or in real life?
We don't have time to spoil the story here.
So you'll have to find out yourself when Consume Me comes to Steam on September 25th, 2025.
Please wishlist it as soon as you can.
Seriously, at the rate of $20 for 16 dog walks, it is going to take me 1,095.89 years to earn $1 million, and we need to make another game
$1 million.
Thanks.
Sometimes great games can go unnoticed. If you're lucky, maybe you build a small cult audience, but very rarely do those games go on to inspire huge games like Undertale. That's exactly what happened with this game. Originally released in 2008, and now seeing a release on Steam and Switch, this is off.
Hello, I am Mortis Ghost, a Brussels-based comic book artist and creator of the game Off.
Oh. Which
Off
is
is a
now
game
off.
I made 15 years ago when I was still a big, sweetie, drooling crybaby. It's a Japanese-inspired RPG where you control a baseball batter chasing ghosts in a cubic, strange world. I made this game with no other ambition than to create something funny to show my friends and a few people on the internet. But it got out of my control.
Yeah, that usually happens when you just
The reason
share
is
it.
that the game is somehow cursed. It harbors a diabolical force that I can describe. I ask you please not to play it.
Yeah, me.
Hi, I'm Jack Murphy, a dev on Off. I'm Ryan Allier and the studio director. It's been a pleasure to work with Mortis Ghost to bring Off to fans old and new. Off has inspired many indie RPGs over the years, such as One Shot and Undertale.
Hey everyone, it's Toby. Off was a big inspiration to me and Undertale, and I hope you will take this chance to play it either for the first time or the 100th time. Oh.
Off celebrates its 17th anniversary this year, and we've worked hard to preserve its original spirit as we bring it to modern platforms. In addition, Mortis Ghost has designed 6 new bosses for returning controllers. Plus, we have a new soundtrack, which you're hearing right now.
That's interesting game history. Okay, I've seen that way that thing before. I don't know why.
We're proud to announce Off's release date for Nintendo Switch and Steam.
Oh, insane.
And now a world premiere from a studio based in Quebec called Game Team 6. This is their second game together, and it's one of those where the title kind of tells you all you really need to know and has you sold before you've even seen a pixel. Please enjoy your first look at Tire Boy.
What?
Hi, I'm Corey Martin. I'm Thomas Tobin. And I'm Andy Chmalenko. We're co-creators of Game Team 6, a small studio from Canada making heartfelt games with big ideas. We're so excited to introduce you to Tire Boy, a playful action-adventure platformer about a tire person.
Oh!
Tire Boy is fast and nimble, leaping through lush environments, solving environmental puzzles.
Okay, I actually seen this.
Battles.
I don't know why. Why?
All while helping locals and uncovering.
At least sounding recording this.
Tire Boy may be the last of his kind and was lost as a child. At the start of the game, we learn how he was raised by a large owl named Nestwick and doesn't know much about his family or ancestors.
It's a story about connection and curiosity as Tire Boy journeys through a vast, unfamiliar world, searching for purpose and traces of his forgotten origins.
Many of the locals have grown fond of Tire Boy. They'll often ask him for things ranging from small favors to the game's main objective, which is to repair a giant
how good are you?
transmitter
Oh, look at him.
The local community made contact with long-lost travelers. In spite of its silly premise, we're striving to make the world feel really grounded and genuine.
Another thing we've emphasized throughout development is being playful with the scale of things in the world, wanting to make the player feel small and make you feel like a kid, giving you that childlike experience of feeling like everything around you is impossibly big. And that has a meaningful impact on gameplay, given that you move fast and it feels more satisfying to do so in a big, sprawling world.
Tire Boy is weird, heartfelt, and full of little surprises. We've built it to feel like a place you'll want to come back to, whether you're chasing big moments or just soaking in the quiet ones.
Wishlist Tire Boy on Steam now and follow @tireboygame.com on Blue Sky to keep up to date. Thanks for watching and enjoy the rest of the show.
It's very
Who
weird
doesn't love a
looking game.
vacation? Toem took us on a delightful expedition, and the sequel, Toem 2, takes us even further from 2D to 3D. Something we made from Sweden does it again.
Hello everyone, I'm Lucas. And I'm Niklas, co-founders and developers at Something We Made. Some of you might remember us, or even better, our little game Toem from 2021's showcase.
Making Toem was an adventure on its own. We never thought it would bring a whole chapter afterwards filled with love from all around the world.
You never know.
And that's why it's exciting and honestly a bit scary returning to something so dear to our and others' hearts. We teased the game at Wholesome Snack in December, and we're beyond stoked to show the game for the very first time.
Toem 2 is still a photography adventure that resides in a whimsical world, where the main objective is to photograph a phenomenon known as Toem. Several few years after the original game, our protagonist now jumps into their biggest adventure yet. And what the phenomenon is this time, well, you'll have to discover that yourself.
Along their journey, they'll stumble upon special NPCs we call friends, each with their own personality and questline. These friends allow deeper relationships for the player, aiding them through fears and difficulties, hence becoming friends. Each friend gives the player what we call a camera tool. These tools allow new and interesting ways of interacting with the world through your camera. For example, the scissors, which cut things.
Wow.
Or take the hammer, which, yeah, you guessed it, is great for smashing stuff.
As you might imagine, we have updated the visuals. It's a crafty mix of render styles that allows us to reimagine the world without compromising on the vibes. And finally, and maybe most importantly, we have a new movement system. It's probably the biggest change compared to Toem 1, and you can now jump and climb your way through the environment. It adds a lot of playfulness for us when designing quests and regions, ultimately making the world feel more free and open. And don't you worry, the handy camera continues to be the main gameplay component. This time, we made it feel a bit faster and snappier. And tying that in with the new movement, we can't wait to see the photos you'll take.
So to recap, more story, updated visuals, and a fun new movement system, but still the very same chill and cozy experience. Is working so very hard to make
Potato Head.
something that can stand proudly besides the original game, celebrating what worked while improving the rest. So if you're interested to learn more, go wishlist the game and join our Discord. See you all real soon. Hello!
Are you looking for a way to support Day of the Devs and you just don't know what to do? We have a new collaboration with our partners at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. They have an annual program called Game Maker Sketchbook, which sees a celebration of artistry in games. And we don't mean just concept art, we mean character designs, we mean storyboards, we mean iconography. All the different kinds of art that go into developing a game, they are putting a spotlight on, and it's awesome. This year we worked with an illustrator called Nimit Malavia to make this epic piece that features characters from all the best games of the year. Literally dozens and dozens of characters, a veritable Where's Waldo of every game character that you love. That print is
Oh my god, Balatro, my favorite character.
imapit.com. All the proceeds go to the AIAS Foundation and Day of the Devs. Literally, we're nonprofits asking for your dough, but like it doesn't just mean giving money. It means you get something in return too. Isn't that a joyous thing?
We want to give a huge shout out to our flagship sponsor at Xsola, who really helped make Day of the Devs happen this year. Xsola is a global video game commerce company that aligns with our mission to help developers connect directly with players and sell more games, without giving up control or extra revenue. Launching today is a new Day of the Devs activation on the Xsola Mall to spotlight some of our favorite games from recent Day of the Devs showcases. Scan the QR code below or head to this URL to explore some amazing indie games. And thanks again to Xsola for supporting this celebration of creativity and community.
Thank you, Greg, for that riff on Xsola. We are so happy to have them as our flagship sponsor. But we also have some other sponsors to thank because it takes a village to support Day of the Devs. We are a nonprofit, and every little bit helps. We got our founding sponsors, Double Fine Productions and imapit. We have a whole list of other folks that have been contributing throughout the last year, and we just want to give them a shout out. Annapurna Interactive, Blumhouse Games, Devolver Digital, Idea Xbox, 47 Communications,
Idea at Xbox is but Xbox is
PlayStation, Razer, Sabotage Studio, Studio MBHR, Summer Game Fest.
I'm not surprised that Nintendo isn't.
And the whole
They don't really do that.
Awards for your continuous support.
Fortunately.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And if
Surprised
you'd like to
Xbox
donate
wasn't.
directly to Day of the Devs, you can go to dayofthedevs.org and do so there. And remember, Day of the Devs is a 501c3 nonprofit organization, so any donations are 100% tax deductible.
If you like what you saw here today and want more, just follow us on the World Wide Web, www.dayofthedevs.org. Please wishlist these games. It means a lot to the developers, and thank you for watching.
Unfortunately, I won't because Sinus really hit me half an hour ago. That's why I started to eat a lot more. But yeah.
Huge thanks to our friend Dose1 for providing the beats for today's show, and please stay tuned for a musical performance from the game Unbeatable and the band Peak Divide.
I'm RJ Lake, and I'm director.
Yeah. I'm gonna call that a day because I'm getting tired. I guess it tells you a little bit about my gaming takes when I think the Day of the Dev was better than Summer Game Fest. Okay, for me specifically. Overall, what was really revealed in Summer Game Fest, yeah, there was a lot of great stuff there. Unfortunately for me, for my taste, Day of the Dev pleased me much more. So yeah, that's why you check Day of the Devs, which is something a lot of people don't do for some reason. But yeah, yeah, probably won't be. Actually, I won't be streaming tomorrow. Well, for me tomorrow, I will be streaming there. But let's say this way. This way, yeah. About 26 hours, 28 hours, 30 hours from now, I probably stream again. I'm gonna stream Kingdom Hearts. And if I'm too tired or annoyed to do Kingdom Hearts, which is very unlikely, I have some demos to try that we found right here. That'll be honestly pretty interesting. But yeah, so I'm sorry for my lack of energy. That's what happens when you're tired. I have been awake for 24 hours because I couldn't take a nap because I couldn't fall asleep. Anywho, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great what the fuck you doing. If not, don't worry. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. And with that, bye.